Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Car show is recorded Sunday, June 13th at the Wheelchairs for Warriors car show at Bayway Chevrolet in Pearland, Texas. Our next live show returns next Saturday. Enjoy. Celebrating 10 years of award-winning car talk, it's the In Wheel Time Car Show, your weekly go-to all things automotive place. Today, coming to you from Bayway Chevrolet in Pearland, Texas, in the Wheelchairs for Warriors car show. We invite you to come on out. We got another couple of hours to go down here, and we sure would like to see you show your pretty face.
Yes, sir.
I haven't been around, but Mike's been around. Is the place filled up?
Pretty full.
Good.
It really is. There's people looking for parking spots. They're actually parking back on the back 40 back there.
Let me ask you something. Are the food trucks out there now?
There's a few out there.
Are they open?
Yes.
Is the cocktail one open? They're out of ice. Perfect. Howdy, along with Mike out of This World Bars, King Conrad DeLong. We need more Jeff Zekin.
We do.
I'm Don Armstrong. It's good to have you here, along with David Ainsley. Let's not forget him. Mr. Vacation. Mr. Ainsley's going to take his yearly sabbatical up to the UP of Michigan. And
He's never invited us to go along.
No, he hasn't. And nor
and
would.
I hear it's a beautiful place.
If I were him, I wouldn't invite us either. Is this a 2 or 3 weeker?
It's a 3-weeker, and the remote's going to be up there, so we're going to broadcast from the lake.
But
There's no wheels up there unless they're attached to a wagon.
Well, they carry the boats around, or trailers.
But aren't you in an area that is vehicle
You're thinking of Mackinac
free?
Island. You're thinking of Mackinac
Yeah, we're
Island.
close to Mackinac.
They're not on Mackinac.
Okay.
Yeah.
He can see it from the back porch.
Now,
That's
Mackinac Bridge is actually a grated bridge. You can see through because
Right.
it's grated.
It's falling
And-
into the water.
And you can actually, if you're afraid to drive it because there's turbulence and wind, they shut it down periodically for winds over, 28 miles an
Yeah.
hour. They will shut the bridge down. But if you're bold enough to do it yourself, or you can rent a driver to drive your car over with you. Little tidbit. Jeff's
So you
Did you know
drive
all
your-
this?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you drive your car over the Mackinac Bridge to get on Mackinac Island, and then you're not allowed to drive your car around
No.
Mackinac Island.
No.
Just a big parking lot on the other side?
You have to take a ferry boat
Yeah,
to
the island. Once you get on the Mackinac.
There's
The
only
Mackinac Bridge is what it's named.
the bridge ties the lower peninsula to
To
the upper peninsula.
But the island is named Mackinac because
And
it's
they shut it off every Labor Day.
Right.
So you can walk across it.
yeah. But it's
Okay.
graded. It's grading. You can see right through it.
But the heat isn't like this.
It's the humidity.
There is no heat.
It's 75 degrees there
Right.
for the high.
So if you're afraid of walking over the grate, can somebody do the walking for you?
They'll carry you, sure.
Get a piggyback ride?
Rent
It'd be a
a
good business
walker.
to start. Yeah.
Well, Mr. Mars, one of the things that I noticed here is that there is a very wide array of automobiles.
Oh,
There is.
Matter of fact, there is that a 70 Chevy 3/4 ton there?
yep.
Looks to be.
Something like that. It's a flatbed on the back of it, single cab, very nicely done. I don't know what the guy does, but good job. Got the big trucker wheels on it and everything. Looks good. We have the Model A over here.
Got the early 60s Dodge Dart 4-door. That's
And then we got the
pristine looking.
70 SS. That's a 396, I believe.
I believe it's a tribute car.
But whatever. Greg Enders had a car. No, that's an El Camino.
Yeah.
Sorry.
El Camino.
Yeah.
70 is an El Camino there. And then there are a couple of Chevelles. There's a beautiful blue and white Chevrolet. It's a 396. I don't know if it's a true SS convertible sitting around the corner of the
I
building.
saw
over
the
there.
396. And then there is the O.J. Simpson Bronco over here.
It just needs to be white.
In red, yeah.
I was, you don't see those very often anymore.
No.
And there were a bajillion of them
Back
made.
in the day, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, didn't he advertise or was a spokesman for Hertz? And Hertz
He
had
was.
him.
Let Hertz put you in the driver's seat today.
And it comes with driving gloves and everything.
Does it?
There's two interesting cars on the other end of this building from where we're at. Haven't been able to find. And rumor has it, from what I can tell, that they came out of that back building over there. They were
the
undercover inside the building.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that the yellow?
The yellow road, the yellow coupe.
Yes.
like a
Right.
32
Ford
with a
American
427
Graffiti
big
coupe.
block, and there's a 63 convertible with a 427 big block that looks very factory.
But here's
Can't tell for
may,
sure.
May I just say this about what little I know about the car? Daryl owns that car.
Right.
Well, I kind of thought that once I heard it came out of the back warehouse.
And actually, Conrad was the one that told me that it sits on a C5 frame, which is what I have as a C5 Corvette.
You talking about the
black,
Coopster?
no, the black one. There's a black 63 drove through here.
It
that-
looks like a 63.
Yeah, in little things are out of proportion.
It's modified.
On it.
Convertible?
No. It was a.
It's a
It's
420
it
the
looks like a
427 is
split window.
convertible.
It looks like a split window 427 fuel injected coupe.
but it sounds like a
Corvette.
Billy Bad
Corvette.
Boy. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the Ford convertible with the big block, the Roadster, and then that Corvette with the flared fenders and all
Right,
kinds of things on it. Yeah.
But that's
that
actually on that's 60. What looks to be a 63 Corvette's on a C5 chassis.
And that 63 split
Oh.
window is custom made. If you look at it,
Yep.
the glass is flush.
Oh, wow.
So there's no molding around it or anything like that.
I didn't look at it that close.
Well, look at it that close next time you go by.
it
and
was
you're gonna go. It is
very cool car.
It is. It's very well done.
and it's
I-
got the rumble.
Yeah.
oh, I bet.
Oh yeah, it's
The side pipes and all of the badging. It's got all the good stuff that you would want on your car, except the interior is like from a late model, which it is, but the car is old school. It's what you would truly call a real resto mod.
And there are
Yeah,
businesses
yeah.
that do that. They'll put the modern technology chassis, electronics, and things
And you-
with an old school body.
And you look at that
Just
car.
depends on how much money
Yeah.
you have.
You just look at it from the side. You're going
6 figures.
67, and then
Yeah.
you go around the back. No, wait,
C2
it's a 63.
Yeah, 62 Corvette, C2 Corvette.
And you
Yeah.
look around the
And-
side, it's 61.
and then you look at the interior, and it's a C5 or
Yeah.
C6 Corvette.
Exactly, yeah.
You're going, why? How did this all come together? But it is absolutely beautifully
Pristine,
done.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
if
then
you-
sinister black. I mean, that was
Oh,
that
yeah.
was
With the
other
red
thing.
interior.
Yeah,
Absolutely
it
sinister
looks like a road
looking.
racer with the flared back wheels and the big meat under it. I went through it kind of quick because I was looking for the owner of the Roadster and the Ford convertible sitting next to it.
Yeah, it's the
But I'll
guy
have
who
to
owns the
look at it
dealership.
a little bit better.
You know, I will admit that I've done some work in the past week on my Corvette and took those door bumper guards off the sides of it, and I think it looks a lot better.
It does.
And there's only one other thing that I would really think about doing today. Well, a couple of things. You're never finished, you know.
The pink
I've
pinstripe.
always wanted to have a red interior, a black
Blood
car
red.
with a red interior.
Blood red.
But I don't want the door panels red. I don't want any of that. I want the door panels black. I want the black carpet.
black, red
I want
seats.
the red seats.
That would be quite easy to do in yours.
I know.
Absolutely.
And you probably
Drill them
know-
out of there and drill them back in there.
You probably know somebody named Dale Holquist with Elite Interior or Glass and Trim that could do it for
Yeah,
you
I
in
know.
an afternoon.
He might even have a set of seats like in the back.
He could very well have that. So he may very well have that. I just don't know. But that's on the list. And I did. Remember we had a discussion. This was many months ago. We had a discussion about whether I do a turbocharger or a supercharger. And everybody's doing turbochargers these days. So you know me, I always kind of went against the grain.
Supercharger's
So-
super easy.
Yeah, well, it is, and it's expensive.
Well,
And they make
Ju-
noise.
Just
It's only
the,
money.
Just the kit itself is $7,000, and then you're going to have to slave over the instruction booklet and pretending to be some guru under the hood, which
Notice
I'm
he
not.
said you're going to have to.
It's only money, Don. What do you can't take it with you, and you're getting closer to giving it away.
Okay, so we got red interior and a supercharger.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got that. You trying to hand me this?
He's trying to hand it to you.
I'm too old to reach over any further.
Is that well? I think it's the heat that has something to do with it.
And that's one of the things we don't have a lot of camera shots, folks, out in the
In the
car
peanut
show.
gallery.
in the car show area because of the cameras are overheating in this 8,000 degree heat.
So before we went on the air, I had a chance to walk the show, and I came across a 1967 Camaro right over there. That is a really pretty metallic maroon. Would that be fair to say? Yeah. Put that headset up.
Eggplant.
Eggplant. Yeah, that's it.
Not very flattering of a name, but Well, that works. Everybody knows what an eggplant looks like.
Well, you dated a girl nicknamed Eggplant, didn't you?
Let's not go there at the moment.
Do you really want me to start on the eggplant thing?
No, we don't. Tell us about your Camaro.
Just a minute.
You guys are going to wander off someplace we don't belong in.
So
Again.
I stopped by because he was kind of wandering around in this little area that had that Corvette that we were just discussing, the 63/67/homologation thing. And he's standing there, and he's polishing up the car. And I asked him, is that yours? No, that's not mine. This is mine over here. And it had a 671 blower sticking out of the hood. Actually, the hood was open, but, you know, all of the stuff that goes on top of the engine called the blower. Yeah. And so I stopped and chatted with him for a minute. And he's owned this car for a while. And it's gone through many iterations. Under his own tutelage that he did with those hands himself. His name is Rick Hawkins. It's a 1967 Camaro with a 385 cubic inch.
Yes.
So you've obviously bored it out just a little bit.
40,000.
Yeah. See, you pumped it up a little bit. So 40,000s, I think you'd have to change the pistons in it, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put custom pistons in it.
Yeah. Well, it's good to see you over here on this side of the tracks.
Yeah.
So I thought,
Thanks for
this would be you'd be a good person to talk to let everybody know about your '67 Camaro. And how long have you owned that car?
I've owned it probably close to 20 years.
20 years.
Really?
Yeah.
But when you got it, it was
Just a 6-cylinder standard working man's car.
Camaro.
Working
Yep.
man.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's done a lot of work. The biggest of which that is most notable is that motor.
Yeah.
And I believe that you said something to me about 600 some odd horsepower
It dynoed 650 horsepower
Wow.
in its current setup on pump gas.
on pump gas.
Yep.
Now, if you change the pulleys around a little bit and you put some race gas in it, then what?
850.
850.
He was quick to spit that in. Yeah, you
course.
tried that, huh?
Yeah.
Hold my beer. Watch this.
Watch this. Hold my beer. Yeah.
So have you had this to the track?
No, because it doesn't have a roll cage
Oh.
and drive shaft loop.
Makes
and
sense, yeah.
Harness
All the
seating.
safety things
It's
Yeah.
actually a
required.
dangerous car for the track. So we just do red light stuff.
Oh.
Go to Sonic on Friday night, get a chili dog,
So does Mike. Mike does that.
Yeah.
It's,
So
yeah, old
what
school hot rodding.
kind of suspension upgrades have you done on it?
It's got a Heights 4-link
Okay.
underneath, though, and a 9-inch Ford, 411 gear.
A
10-inch
411.
411. Mickey Thompson street legal.
Four
slicks.
speed?
4-speed, Muncie M22 Rock Crusher.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's done it right.
Yeah, the old school way. Because today, that's not all that.
Yeah, I know.
You know, with the young guys. But we,
Yeah.
you, sir, are a god. Yeah. So, yes.
And got a great mustache.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah. You've been working on that a while, too.
Yeah, 6 months.
6 months.
I retired 6 months ago, so I let my hair grow and everything grow.
Me too.
At my age, if something wants to grow, you should let it.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, I could get it to grow on my ears, not on my head. It's another story we don't want to go into.
No.
Thank you.
You started off the wrong foot with the eggplant.
Tell us, when you bought it as a 6-cylinder, did you immediately go to the blower motor? Or has it gone through different stages?
No. What I wound up doing was just going down to the local core supply place, and I bought a junk block, a 4-bolt main block. Took it to the machine shop. They said, this ain't no good. It's already 80 over. Took it back. They took that one back, gave me another one, took it to the machine shop, and they said, we can work with this one. And we built it from there initially. And the initial build, we just did it aspirated. We had a Da Vinci carburetor put on
Okay.
it. You remember the Da Vinci?
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Rags to riches and back to rags.
Very, very cool carburetor.
Yes. And so we were doing about 450 horsepower. And before we did anything cosmetic, we were playing with it like that. And I told my grandson, we're not really going to be happy with this thing until we got a blower sticking out of the hood.
Oh, gosh.
And he said, you're right, Pop.
How old's
So
your grandson?
My grandson?
How old is he?
He's 22 now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, it's probably been 2 or 3 years ago before we started this.
Just at
but,
the right age.
And
To appreciate
we found out how much we had to do in order to convert it to a blower and do it properly.
Right.
So obviously we had to pull the motor out, break it down, put custom pistons in it, changed the cam. And
Lower the compression ratio.
Lower compression ratio. Right now we're doing about 8 to 1.
Well, and for that kind of power, chassis, frame connectors,
We had to do
all of that's got
subframe connectors.
That's why you went with the Ford 9-inch.
Yep.
The Ford diff.
Yeah, we wanted to build the rear end for bare, and then we'd find the weakest link in between. I've split 2 transmissions launching it. This is the third one.
Yeah, that crack in the body straight underneath the input
just
shaft.
oil on the ground.
It crushes rocks and casings.
And that's when I convinced my wife I'm buying a car lift. I'm not calling her a car no more.
So how many? You got any other toys at the house?
I've got a 41 Pontiac that I rescued out of a barn in Kansas, and we left the patina on the outside. It's a wonderful car. And it just needed some TLC. I had to use WD-40 and work everything free, and took the head off and cleaned everything good and put it all back on with a new head gasket, and it runs like a charm.
Is it Flathead 6?
Yep, Flathead 6. It's a torpedo streamliner.
Not really a project car, but you're maintaining it to
Exactly.
run.
Well, and as they say these days, it's a preservation, not a
There you go.
restoration.
Yeah.
So we just waxed the outside, kept the patina, but the inside, when I realized back in those days they did what they call a faux wood grain.
Yep.
And to recreate that was going to be a learning experience that I didn't want to go through. And in order to pay someone to do that would have probably been quite expensive. Once I found out the dash was removable in that car, we took it and had it hydro dipped.
Oh, okay.
With the wood grain. It's beautiful at a very inexpensive price.
And think about that technology, though, the hydro dipping, which basically they apply a vinyl surface to the water and then dip it in.
Yeah, it's a film.
It attaches to
like
it.
a film on the water, yep.
How cool is that?
I've seen that done one time, and I'm going, you've got to be kidding me.
It's
How
becoming
cool is that?
popular not only with automobiles, but with other products as well.
And you can do any design on it you want.
You're only limited to the films that are available to you.
Sure.
We found this wood grain film. There was several, and the one I chose, which is, I think, the best looking one.
Of course, sure.
It came out of California, and it was quite inexpensive. So,
Yeah.
But the guy did a wonderful job. Aqua Dip in Woodlands did it for me. And to do all the interior, all the window trims, the rear window trim, and the dash and everything was $350.
Oh my
Not
gosh,
bad.
that's
You couldn't beat
nothing.
it.
Great.
You couldn't have done one of the window trims back to original,
Or in
for
a
that
chrome
kind
or
of
stainless.
price, right?
I guess the only other thing you might have considered would to do a wrap.
Okay.
as
Yeah,
opposed
but
to
the
hydro.
film is so much thicker on a wrap, isn't it? Than
Yes.
what you do in the hydro dip.
Right. Yeah, and
I'm sure Aqua Dip appreciates the shout out.
that was one of the things I've kind of kept that up. A lot of people, they look at the front of the car, and that's what it would look like at night.
Oh wow.
There's LEDs. It's like a shadow box. It shines through all the little bow tie emblems individually.
Oh cool.
So
Neat stuff.
So I assume in your retirement now,
yes.
there's not much of retirement to it. You've gotten
Oh
yourself.
no, I stay busy. Yes.
Yeah.
As my son said once before, I'm not very good at sitting still. So,
Well,
and he's right.
yeah. Now, do you live close by here?
I live in Conroe.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you're the one that told me that you had to trailer the Camaro down
trailer
here.
down. There's not enough gas stations on the way to.
I told you that when they were talking about it this morning. I said there's gas stations, not mileage.
Right. So what would you say is the actual gas mileage doing? Say 60 miles an hour between your house and here.
I have no idea.
4?
Make it up.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Make it up.
on a good day.
Yeah, because you got that 411 gear in it. It's going to be you're going to be cranking some RPM at 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, we about 6,500 is where we stop making power. So that's. And with the 411 gear, you should be screaming
gonna say,
coming
you
down
get-
the highway.
Yeah.
You get there relatively quick
Yeah.
to that kind of RPM with the 411s. My Oldsmobile's got 342s in it. It screams at 75 miles an hour.
Yeah,
It's,
it's- That's why everybody's going with the Tremix, like they have the overdrive.
or
Right,
the
right.
Which I've gotten. I've got a 55 Chevy 2-door post, 150. I was going to make it into a cruiser, and I've decided to make it just primarily track machine. And that's what we're doing right now. We got it on a rotisserie tub in it.
Oh wow.
So we're going to do 850 horsepower with this one. And running
And
on
drag strip.
drag strip.
Do you have neighbors that still talk to you?
I live in an area where neighbors don't. It's what do they call that? It's
You
not
got acreage.
It's unrestricted.
Yeah.
I can stack junk cars as high as I want. No one can.
Oh
say
no,
anything.
the point. I think his point was when you fire one of
Noise,
those up.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, it rarely does that. It goes from the trailer to the show, and then so far that's all it's done.
Have you fired it up here?
Well, when I backed it out
Oh,
and
you
parked
backed
it,
it out.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
But since then, no, I
We're
haven't.
going to need to look at that.
Yeah.
Get real close and listen.
Go get it and bring it by.
I don't think they
As
want
long
them
as it
driving it
don't- As
around.
long as they don't offend anybody in the show. It's,
Oh, I. Be
Is it
honest
an
with you,
open
I think
exhaust?
everybody
there would
here
be
would be
somebody that
thrilled
would
to death with
complain.
it.
Well,
No.
somebody would complain. You
Well,
know that.
Yeah,
Is it an open exhaust?
Somewhere else.
No, it's muffler. Yeah.
So you hoping to win something today?
Oh, I'd love to. It's one of the main purposes of it. But
Sure.
really, I get my rewards from the response I get from the general public.
Oh yeah.
And,
How much
and
they
having
like to
these
see.
folks talk to
And
you
we're
about
general
Yeah.
public.
it.
Yeah.
That's who we are.
We're
We're just
general,
admirers.
We're public.
And
Oh.
it's ironic during the build. One of the things I did when I did the filler panels, I realized everybody was doing that because you can see all the junk that you don't want
Yeah.
to be looking at, wires and horns. And when I looked at everything that was going on, I said, well, they all look the same. It's like it's a Me Too thing. I said, I got to do something different, something unique. So I decided, well, the bow tie theme. So I made 3 different templates, one with large ones, medium, and small ones. And I asked all my family members what was their opinion. And they all voted on the small ones. So that's what I went with.
Very good.
And then fill them in with the LEDs.
Exactly. And my son has a laser at home. He cut all the little bow ties out. We had to do like 2 or 3 of them to get the right fit. But again, it's like a shadow box. The LEDs are captured inside. Light can only go one way, and that's
Yep.
up.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
And then the event raising money for wheelchairs for warriors can't
that's-
go wrong.
that's a big deal.
Supporting a program like
Yes.
that.
I spent 2 years in Vietnam myself, so
No, thank you very much for your service.
it was my honor to do it.
What branch?
Army.
Okay.
I had a 50 caliber machine gun and convoys.
Wow.
Yeah.
We
Thank-
store one of those. That'd be cool.
Strap it on the top of a
There you go.
Yeah, on the top of the blower.
Top of the Corvette.
Yeah, no.
clear traffic. Right. Hey, I got to get to the gas station. Get out of my way.
That's Don's right there. That one there.
Well, Rick, it's a pleasure to talk to you. We thank you so much for stopping by today.
Yeah. It's great
Congratulations
talking
on
to
the
you guys.
job well
Stunningly
done
beautiful
on your
car.
Thanks a lot.
67
It's-
Camaro.
It
And
means a lot to get that kind of attention,
Yeah.
after all the hard work on it.
yeah,
So.
absolutely. I can totally relate. All right, well, thanks again.
You
And we
bet.
hope to run into you again soon.
You will.
All right.
Thanks.
Eggplant.
Eggplant.
I'd call it royal purple.
It's
Actually,
already
the
taken.
original color was royal plum.
Royal plum.
Oh.
Paint code MM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you can't do plum crazy.
Well,
M
you
like
can,
Mars.
but I think
But
that's
that's a
been
Chrysler-
used
that's a
up.
Chrysler
Yeah,
car.
that too.
You could. They just have to track you down.
Right.
All right, time now for a couple of the stories making automotive news headlines. The 2022, I see there's lots of Corvettes around us here
Yeah.
today.
Oh, gosh.
There's like 100 of them back behind us. So I thought that this was appropriate. The 2022 Chevrolet Corvette on sale this year will come with an upgraded fuel system, additional colors, and a special edition similar to racing models.
Oh.
To meet a new particulate emissions requirement, GM had to re-engineer much of the engine and fuel management system, he said, the spokesman. But the 2022 model maintained 490 horsepower or 495 horsepower on available performance exhaust systems. The 2022 model also comes in 3 new exterior colors, thing called hypersonic gray. What's the attraction to gray all of a sudden?
It's been around a couple of years. It's become
but,
popular.
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
Toyota started it.
The hypersonic gray is also the color that they use in their IMSA GTLM car, and it's going to be the color that they're going to use at Le Mans this year.
Well,
and I think that they're also using it on that SRX series that ran last
they
night on
are.
TV.
Yeah, I saw that. Quite a bit of that.
The coupe model starts at $62,195. Chevy revealed the special edition model Wednesday ahead of the Detroit Grand Prix. Chevy returning to the Detroit track for the first time in 13 years. Chevy canceled the remaining 2021 Corvette allocations, and customers who ordered a 21 model that has not been built will get a 22 model instead.
Oh, more money?
You know it. I don't know what it is, but you know it. It's going to
And
be.
people will be in line to pay it.
Yeah. I'm good with my little old Corvette.
Yeah, yours
there.
is nice. There's nothing wrong with that.
Thanks.
You got new shoes. Baby's got new shoes. You
Baby's-
got
yeah,
little
new shoes, yeah.
customization to the body.
Right.
It's clean. It's had the wax. What do you call that? The
ceramic coating.
That's the word.
By
Yep.
Gulf Coast Auto
There
Shield.
you go. So
right.
it's looking good.
And John, by the way, bought himself a brand new Shelby GT500.
You were telling me about that, yeah.
Oh my God, that car should be here. You ought to hear it. You ought to feel it when he's on the throttle.
Taste it.
Oh my God, it is. It is.
Smell
That
it.
is an absolutely awesome car. They did a good job.
And what color did you get?
It's pumpkin orange. I don't know what
Oh,
color
okay.
you want to call it, but
Pumpkin orange is
it's
good.
orange.
Yeah.
Fulmer orange. George Fulmer used to race a orange Mustang back in the Trans Am series, and I don't know if that's the name of the color, but that's a
72.
repeat.
My 72 Nova was orange flame.
Orange
It
flame.
was a little bit off of red, not a bright red, but it was orange flame.
Factory color.
Yeah.
And now,
The Nova?
And now,
Yeah.
and now Jeff's a flame.
Yeah.
Flaming something.
I did get certification in my. I'm a official twerking instructor. When we were off that weekend, I
Twerking instructor. I'm
did
glad
my
I missed that.
certifications.
Was it twerking?
Twerking instructor?
Because with me, it'd be called torquing.
Yeah. Well,
Because once it got going one direction, it'd be tough to change direction.
switch tassels.
You got to
You know,
remember, yesterday we talked about my toenails.
Yes, which got quite a bit of play apparently.
Apparently, it
And apparently, that Jeff over there,
did. Yeah, Jeff Heitzman.
he was all over it.
Yeah.
Well, Cindy got a couple of phone calls yesterday, so she was happy. Picked up
Good.
a couple of customers at
They
exclusive
weren't,
nails.
they
at the
weren't
Vintage.
crank calls, were they?
Actually, one of them was. They were picking on me, and she goes, "Hey,
I don't know.
anyhow." So, are we just kind of burning a little bit of time here?
No, we're not. We're not. It's time to go now.
Okay. Let's
Gotta
say
start the third
I have
hour.
I have a story for the third hour.
Okay, well, good. We'll start off with the story, maybe.
Story
Of
time.
course, there are children present.
I
Is
think
it okay?
I think he has somebody to talk with us that will start at the top of the hour.
That's scary. Okay, quick break now, and we're back from the Bayway Chevrolet store here in Pearland and Wheelchairs for Warriors Car Show. Stay with us. Right back.
Houstonian-owned Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the most sought-after models in the Houston area today. When you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, you now have a place to go. General Manager Lincoln Stahl guarantees Bayway will beat any competitor's written price on the new vehicle you choose or pay you $1,000. Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is easy to get to on Highway 225 near Beltway 8 in Pasadena. Whether it's online or in person, you're welcome like one of the family. Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.com. Tailpipes and Tacos expands again. Now you'll be able to participate at 3 Lupi Tortilla locations. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier Saturday morning cruise-in, featuring made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and good times. Mark your calendar for Saturday, June 19th for Tailpipes and Tacos, now at 3 Lupi Tortilla locations. Highway 249 in Tomball, West U on 59 near Kirby, and in Katy on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard. At Tailpipes and Tacos, you'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event at 3 Lupi Tortilla Mexican restaurants in Katy, Tomball, and West U. Drag racer car enthusiast and Lupi founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise-in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, June 19th, 8 to 11 a.m. The In Real Time Car Show will be broadcasting from the Katy location. Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday morning, June 19th, 8 to 11 a.m., now at 3 locations, Tomball, Katy, and West U. Weather permitting. You see all the new ceramic car wash cleaners on TV now, but John Gray at Gulf Coast Auto Shield has been using ceramic coatings on Houston's most expensive cars for years, and he'll tell you that nothing beats the real thing. Gulf Coast Auto Shield installs a coating over your paint that actually comes with a warranty. If you just picked up your Lambo, your Aston Martin, Porsche, Ferrari, any other exotic car, chances are your car will have company that have already found Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Now, you don't have to own an exotic. Maybe you got a truck, an SUV, or even an older vehicle that needs a little love. Well, let John Gray give it a look and give you an estimate on refurbishing that paint and making your vehicle look new again. How about getting a gift certificate for the wife's birthday or anniversary from Gulf Coast Auto Shield and tell her, honey, I know you love your car, so why don't we get it looking new again? It'll be the best gift ever, one that she'll never forget. Get hold of John Gray at gcautoshield.com or give him a call, 832-264-0670. Gulf Coast Auto Shield. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.